Hi again. This is Heather with Heather's Journals. I have two journals that I would like to share with you today. They are my older journals that I did before I knew a lot about the techniques that I know about now. I still think they're pretty nice. This one was specifically for my boyfriend. He wanted specific things and I adhered to it, but I also fell in love with it. As you can see, it has like the steampunk front and it's pretty much the same on the back. And with the binding on this one, I did the easy twine binding and a little key. And what that was is my boyfriend is a comedian. So I figured gears would, his gears are spinning, he's thinking, and the key to success. So that was my thought pattern with that. And with this one was just supposed to be, just a little cute one that I was actually going to keep for myself because I was working really hard on it. I did all the stamping first and everything, and I was going to keep it for myself, and it was nice and tiny. But it turned out I didn't like it all that much. So let's get started. Sorry guys, my makeshift tripod is I pretty much am having a hard time learning how to use it. Anyway, this is the first book. This is the one I made for my boyfriend. I love the cover. I just crumpled up the pages, inked it, and Mod Podged it, and hot glued this on, and told you about that already, so let's get started. I also put some edges on it, some picture edges, so they're a little cheaper than book corners. And the inside cover is just this gorgeous steampunk, and the back cover is this plain, just a really pretty orange, and the back side, okay, here we go. Just lost the ring, but that's okay. I'm not going to go through every single page, being as he preferred something a little more blank. He wanted to fill it up himself. He didn't want all the doodads and whatnot, so I just found some old vintage comics, and I kept them in signature form, and I put them throughout the book. Again, I'm not going to go through every single page because it's pretty repetitive, but I added some envelopes, and I pasted the envelopes on, like, you could put a list here and then write about that or whatever, and it's whatever you want to do with it. This is all of my early coffee dyed paper when I would put it in a big bucket, and I still had the glitter in it, but I put it in a big bucket, let it sit overnight, take it out, and let it dry on a table for a day or two. So it really doesn't have much crinkle, but it does have some. It's actually very smooth. Some people prefer it. I prefer the oven baked way. Like I said, this was made specifically for his liking. I do have different size pages, different kind of pages in here. Yeah, so you get the gist. I put some comics throughout it. I have this, this is from the dictionary in case he wants to look something up while he's writing. I'm just going to start flipping a couple of pages at a time now just to get you the gist. It's pretty repetitive, pretty normal. Not a lot of stamping. I did do some stamping, but like I said, he didn't want all the doodads and whatnot, so I didn't give it to him. This way he could fill it up the way he wanted to fill it up. It's made specifically for him, and he is a comedian, which is what made me think of putting the funnies in it, which I thought was pretty creative of myself. Alright, so that's it for this one. I'm just gonna move pretty quickly throughout it because there's not much to show here. I have some magazine clippings of some funny things and a couple of tuck spots that I did make, and there's one tuck spot. I have a bag in here. There's one tuck spot. Oh, this one. This is a see-through one. He could put a picture of himself on stage there. There's another one throughout the book. There's another tuck spot he loved. Here's another little tuck spot. Let me show you the one that he loved real quick. Going through, going through. Here it is. The double whammy tuck spot. It's one page, but you gotta check. This obviously goes deeper than this does. I could show you how to make that another time, but he loved that one. And that's that for that book. Okay, and for the second older book, before I had all my methods and whatnot, is this one, which at first I wasn't sure I liked, but it turned out I did kind of like it. This is the cover, this is the back, it's the same thing. I have, what is that? It's not easy twine, it's, 3 holes, and it's right through the spine. And I actually used fabric tape to hold it all together. But, I put Mod Podge spray on it, so if it gets dirty, you can wipe it off. This is the inside, and we're going to go through this nice and quick, too, because there's nothing too... Oh, it's facing me. It's facing me, guys. I'm sorry. Let's get your way. There we go. There's the inside. I'm trying to cover up. It's already been written in a little bit. Nice and quick with this one. I put a bag in there. I got some pattern paper. I took some of those lists and I put them in. I got a tuck spot here. I did some corner punching. This is another little tuck spot with my favorite little butterfly window. I got, oh, my kitty cat. Kitty cat, you gotta get down, kitty cat. Sorry. And nice and simple. It's all coffee dyed, tea dyed. This was tea dyed a little differently, coffee dyed a little differently. It was in the oven. But again, it was in the bucket. I have a new way of doing it, a better way of doing it, and I do plan on showing you guys. I actually can't wait to show you guys. That's why I got all dolled up, so I could show you guys how I coffee dye my paper. But going through this quickly, I have some sewing accents. I have more of the tuck spots, some stamping. Am I in frame? There we go. A little belly band with, I love this tag that I printed out. I printed it out on cardstock, and it just looks like an ancient library card, and I love it so much. You can literally just get it right off of Google. It's awesome. I love it. Flipping through. This was from a gardening book. I just jazzed it up a little bit. Another little tuck spot there. Flipping through. A lot of plain pages for your writing. A little tuck spot here. Oh, this was a happy accident. This I love. This looks like an envelope, does it not? All you do is flip the page like you normally would, and then you open up the other page, and you put whatever you put in your envelope in there. And it was a happy accident that I plan on doing again when I figure out exactly how I did it. And I'll show you guys how I did it too. And I love that so much. The envelope within a page, I just love it. I think it's so adorable. Alright, flipping through, just some book pages right here, some gardening pages, some more of those lists, pattern paper, kindergarten paper, some colorful stamping, some sewing, just sew for the sake of sewing, and there's the inside cover, and that's the end. And I will remind you, these are my earlier books. I do have much nicer books now. I have much more, detailed and higher quality books now. But I figured I'd just show you where I started off. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe.